Hi there. So this video is about insurance, finances, grants. When I went and got my first treatment shot, I should say, I was just talking to the nurse and she said, I better not get cancer. She said, I cannot afford it. And there can't be a truer statement. It is one of the most expensive um, diagnoses to treat. It's outrageous the amount of money that they want for everything, and I realize that there's a lot of research that goes into it. But what I need you to think about is, first of all, if you are over 65 or if you're approaching Medicare, I guess I should say, I will tell you, you need not to get, do not get the Advantage plans. You need to get a supplemental, or what some people call GAP plan. Okay, that will take care of that 20% that you have to pay every time you get a scan or a shot or anything like that that you need, that they charge a copay for. The Advantage plan charges the 20% copay and it adds up very fast. So if you are Medicare eligible, do not get an Advantage plan. Advantage plans usually have no premium, but the supplemental plan does not have a lot. I think mine is $106 a month, which is nothing compared to what I was having to pay for my 20%. So, for example, I'm just going to give you an example. My lanreotide shots were billed to my insurance at $25,000 a shot. Yep, 25,000, not 100. And the insurance paid about 8. And then my copay when I was on an Advantage plan was $1,600 a month. Well, needless to say, on retiree salaries, benefits, Social Security, whatever you want to call, it was not sustainable for a long time. So I was very lucky. I came across a guy named Dustin Alvis, Alvis. You can Google it, or I can send you his number. Who's a genius in this area, and he got me from my Advantage plan to a supplemental plan, and it has made a world of difference. I think in the last 2 months I have paid $6 in medication copays. So it takes care of the copays for my CT scans, my PET scans, and all that stuff. Now, if you are not at Medicare stage, Medicare eligibility, there are lots of grants, lots of them, lots of foundations. I will try to post a link to a series of grants that I have gotten from my doctor, but I did receive a grant from the Pancreatic Action Network, PAN, for $11,000, which was extremely generous. I'm very blessed because it did take care of some of the copays earlier on, and it takes care of some of the things that are incidental that that require a copay, which is very few things. But I can tell you that the grants are out there. That Cancer Action Network, there is a lot of them, and I would be happy to give you that information if you want to email me, because that will be a lifesaver for those of you who are not of Medicare age, because Medicare caps the amount that they're allowed to charge or the amount that they will pay, and your insurance company does not usually do that. So your copays can go who knows where. Anyway, that's very important. The other thing is to go through your finance director at your hospital, your cancer center, wherever you're going, because they will put you on a payment plan. I actually started one. It was $100 a month, was about all I could handle. And, I would have paid way past my lifetime. But anyway, so they're out there. The scans, the CT scans, we'll switch quick to scans. The CT scans were, I think my copays were like $250, so they weren't too bad. CT scans are not hard. They're not, I am very claustrophobic, so we have not done MRIs. We've done CTs and PET scans. The gallium-68 PET scan is extremely helpful for neuroendocrine tumors because they light up, they show the activity going on in the tumor, and they show how many there are and kind of what they're doing. So it's a very, very effective scan, and we only do it a couple times a year. I'm sure it's a very expensive one, but it's one that you would probably be advised to get from your doctor. I also have had a couple of x-rays and things like that. But in general, you'll get the PET scan every 4 to 6 months, and CTs maybe every 2 to 3 months, depending. At the beginning, we did CT scans quite often to check the progress. So, uh, again, hang in there, stay strong, fight with all you've got in you, because you are going to have days where you're not wanting to fight, and you're going to have days where you're like, this is just not worth it. But it is. You've got to fight, not for yourself, but for those that love you. And just trust God and with your very life, because that's whose hands your life is in. And believe that you will get through this, and you can take one day at a time. If you have a down day, stay down. Don't don't think you have to push through. I do try to push through most of the time, but sometimes it's just not an easy thing to do. So God bless you, and I'll see you soon.